Hello. Welcome to Wood Monkey Tarot. My name is Mila. Today we are going to do a reading on career advice. We're going to do a very detailed reading. I'm going to pull out a Celtic spread. We're going to get into all the details surrounding future opportunities, surrounding where you are currently, what the guidance is, etc. So let's just get into it. Well, first I would like to cleanse my deck with Palo Santo Sage. Thank you all for hanging out with me. If you see this and you decided to click on this video, this is a new channel, so if you've never seen me on your For You page before and you decided to click, I'm very grateful. You're very welcome to this environment. And please let me know in the comments how you resonate with the reading. This is going to be a very detailed exploration of what it is you need to know about your career at this moment in time. 111 on my timer. Now that's very exciting to see, because you know what? Today I was not planning on doing a reading of any sort. But then I was going to focus on this writing project that I was working on. And it's interesting that that's out there. The King of Wands is a character that moves on charisma, that moves on passion, right? And then all of a sudden I felt passionate to do this reading. So I'm glad that I decided to go through with that. Now, the first card of the Celtic cross position, and bear with me, I'm still learning. I do have prominent, psychic abilities, I would say. I get a lot of messages, but this is also a learning environment for me. We're in this together. I hope we can explore this together. So if you want to stick around, I'm very grateful you trust me as your interpreter of these cards. And let's just get straight into it. So the first position is heart of the matter, the central issue of your career, the major concern that you have regarding your career. So, what do we have here? What is the major concern, or the thing that is on the collective's mind regarding their career? What is the central point here? Let's see, Spirit. I feel like I should shuffle that one more time. All right, Spirit, talk to me. Boom. I don't know what that was. I live in a community building. We have the Four of Wands. So this is the primary focus of your career. This is the fundamental thing that we're looking at regarding your career. And how I'm interpreting this right away is that you're doing this not only for the fulfillment of yourself, you're doing this so that you can provide for your family, so that you can be a supportive pillar in your community. That is why you want to have an abundant career. Like most people, they want an abundant career, but there's a lot of people who do this for their personal benefit. You do this so that you can support your loved ones. It could even be a partner in general, like especially a partner, focusing on that point. You might want to shower the people around you with that prosperity as well. So yeah. Now, let's see. That is the primary factor. That is what you care about the most. You want to celebrate your life. You want to have the ability to celebrate your life. And that's why you want to be successful in your career, because you feel like that will help you celebrate life if you have a successful career. So now, for the second position of the spread, we're looking at the opposing factor here. Very interesting. So that which is crossing you, that is the traditional way of the Celtic cross. So I hope you're getting into this as much as I am, because I love learning about this stuff. So this is the contrary element to this. Let's see, Spirit. What is the contrary? What is crossing this energy from happening, right? Okay. So we have the Eight of Wands in reverse, which is very interesting. So there's a sense of, this is a slow energy, right? This is a sense of you needing to slow down. You can't essentially get to this level of providing for your community at a quick pace, right? That is also the source of resistance. So because you want to go fast and because you want to do things quickly, that is blocking you. And well, I wouldn't necessarily say it's blocking you, but that is the opposing factor. So you want to provide for your community, you want to do these things, you want to be there for those you love, but this is going to take time. It's going to take more time than you probably want it to. Okay, now let me see the third position, the root cause. Okay, what is the source of this problem? Why do you need to go slow? The root cause. Why is this why it is? Why do you have to go slow? Why do you have to go slow? Upright or reverse, Spirit? Oh, that fell on the ground. Let me try one more time. Yeah, that's in the reverse. Okay, Six of Coins. So okay, just give me a moment to open my window and elaborate on this, and then I'll be back to you. Okay, I opened my window because it's getting a bit warm here. Back to the spread. So under the cross, right? And I would love to show you, but I might just show you at the end of the video what it looks like. So underneath the cross, we have this as the root cause. Why you have to go slower is because your give and take towards the people around you is not in balance at all. It's either you're leaning onto others too much, like because you might have been in an energy of overspending or hoarding your money, like depending on what you resonate with, right? You are the person who knows how they've been dealing with their bag. Like, you know what your bank account looks like. Okay, I'm not gonna say much more than that. This is telling me that there's a deep imbalance in a give or take, right? And even the upright of this card shows a woman, and it's giving like community to me. Like, as we were talking about, like, you want to give to your community. You want to support and be there and have that same reciprocatory energy. But right now, and what I'm mainly getting is because you want to give so badly, you might have overgive, you might have been reckless in your spendings, and that is causing you to having to slow down right now. And then I already pulled the next card for the spread just to speed things up a little. The next card is on the left. It talks about, it's a position of a receding influence, so something that is going to kind of fade away regarding where you're headed in your career, right? So this is going to be going away. And then we have the Four of Pentacles. So this is telling me very strongly that your material possession, like your security, not necessarily your security is going away, but your focus on material wealth is going to decrease. You need to that needs to shift, right? That is something that is a former focus of yours. You could have been very focused on wanting that material stability, wanting that if I have money, I will feel fine energy. Like, so I'm either gonna cling to my money like Like she is doing, like she's like, I'm going to protect this no matter what. And it's this toxic energy of like hoarding your money or being reckless with it. Either way, you've been thinking too much about your money. 1010 on the timer as I say that. So this is an energy that is going to pass. You're going to stop focusing so much on the material aspect of your career. It could even be that, you know, since your energy is very much so the Four of Wands, right? That is like the baseline of this reading. You want celebration. You want, like, it's Four of Wands is giving wedding. But in a career aspect, that's telling me like you want to celebrate your career, your life, surrounding yourself with the right people, surrounding yourself with supportive energies who you can, you know, on a wedding, the groom and the bride, they or the brides, the grooms, I don't care, whatever it is, they tend to, you know, create a meal and they have music playing and they have this and that. That's what you want in your career. You want to provide to, whether it is your workers or you want to just, maybe you even want to do something regarding therapy or mediumship, right? Where it is truly you just want to help people. You just want to create a better place for the people on this planet. And that is probably where the energy is going to be shifting. But we will see that in the next position, which is going to be about what you accept as true. Okay, let's do it like this. Your conscious influence. So what's on your mind, what you're focusing on, and what it is you're currently like acknowledging about your career. What it is you know. Very interesting. I'm having a lot of fun doing this spread, guys. And if you're still around, I really appreciate you for sticking around and exploring this with me. So, what is it that you know? What is it you know about your career? Okay, Six of Swords. You know you are moving in a new fucking direction. You're shifting. You're changing. You know that you want to shift your career in a way where, well, not even wanna, you just know that you're going towards more tranquil waters. And you don't have to do it by yourself either. That's very strongly the energy that I'm getting here. Right? So the Six of Swords, I'm also hearing new land. New land. So you might even in your career see yourself working in a different country, different countries. You might see yourself going towards traveling more for your job. Things of this sort. New land is what I heard. Like, you might just shift the playground entirely. Like, you might decide to go on a different career path. Something that is more fulfilling is what I'm hearing. Something that you might have even dealt with very toxic bosses in the past, or people that kind of manipulated you, as I'm seeing like the more like the water kind of like being more rowdy. Like you could have had very like difficult jobs or difficult bosses, or like you might have had very tasking jobs, like physically tasking jobs that weren't as fulfilling to you, and you're shifting that direction. You're going, you don't want to do that anymore. You know that that is not where your destiny lies. And so that is an energy that is shifting. Okay. Let me get a sip of water. I get so passionate doing these readings that I like forget to breathe. So if you ever notice that I'm like trying to catch my breath, like that's just me forgetting to breathe and like getting really into the reading. So yeah, please bear with me. All right, now for the next position in the Celtic cross, we're going to see what the approaching influence is. So what is a feature that is gaining importance? Let's look at it. Okay, so what is a feature that is gaining importance? And I'm called to my little flyer sentiment of value here. So family could be important. Family, don't know. Maybe you want to start a family business, or you want to focus more on your relationships as well, and could be a thing. Filmmaking. For some of you, I'm hearing filmmaking could be significant, because the dad in this film, he's a writer. So you could resonate with that, a creative career, a screenwriter of some sort. But please take what resonates. Okay, so what is a approaching influence? What is a feature in the collective's career that is going to be important? Boom. Okay. Or better, reverse, Spirit. Sideways. We have a sideways justice here. One more time. Is that upright? Okay. We have the upright justice here. So what is going to be more important is you aligning with your truth. Now I do want to get some clarity on this. Korea. This is, I'm not going to say the name of this card because I'm going to butcher it entirely. But this card is from a Korean legend. Justice is a power wielded with both intelligence and impartiality. It is making decisions with all of the facts and accepting the consequences of any choice made. It is punishment of the corrupt and promotion of the deserving. Harmony, balance, equality, virtue, and honor. So this is where I'm kind of coming back to the Six of Swords as well, right? As like what you know. You're going to be shifting towards this more justification energy. Like, as I said, you might have worked jobs that were really where you had toxic bosses, people that took advantage of you, unpaid, or just a lack of payment. Like, you were overqualified for the job. That's getting very significant. You've worked in so many jobs that you were overqualified for. You might deeply resonate with that. And this is a sense of you finally moving towards an energy. The influence of your good dharma is going to come through. That is definitely what I'm getting. Like, dharma is being served. Like, for all the years that you have worked in environments that didn't serve you, you're going to get, like, that is a shift that is happening, right? You're not only moving to tranquil waters, you're finally receiving what you deserved through your career. There's a very big shift happening in that. And that is a focus that will definitely be representing itself. And in my tarot book here, it says rising star regarding this position in the spread. So what I'm getting with that very strongly is that you are a rising star, right? There is something about you finally, like, exploding and getting 1919. As I say that, you are exploding. Like, you're finally getting what you deserve. And this dharma energy is going to highly influence this next chapter in your life. You know how hard you've worked, and all the hard work you've been putting in whatever job it is. It doesn't matter what it is, right? It could be jobs that are completely unrelated to your purpose. All that hard work and energy you put in, it's going to come back to you tenfold. You will get your justice. Beautiful. Okay. Now, let's see. Moving forward to the next positions in the spread. We're going to the position 7 of the Celtic cross, which is, let me see. This is, I'm going to go with you as you are. Actually, I'm going to do this for your career, right? So let's pick you as you could be. This is what you could be. This is the inner resource that you can tap into regarding your career. Perfect. I like that. Let's see. The personal resource, your inner resource that you can tap into for your career. All right, spirit, angels, ancestors, and guides. Give us the truth for the collective. What is the collective able to tap into right now for their career at this time? What is the inner resource the collective can tap into? Okay. I love this deck. I love this deck because look at this card. Like, I literally don't know what to say. The Magician, the inner resource that you can tap into. You're magical. You are a magical creature. You're a princess. Like royalty. It's giving regal energy. It's giving top of the world. It's giving master manifester. This is the energy that you can tap into. This is giving psychic gifts, untapped psychic gifts that you can tap into. This is the person you can be. She's beautiful. She got long, luscious hair, and this is, I don't care about your gender. Okay. You beautiful. And that might even be relevant. Like your physical beauty could be something that helps boost your career in some way, shape, or form, right? Because, yeah, this is a talent that you can tap into, an ability that you can use. Like, do not forget that you're a master manifester. You hold all the tools, right? And I'm seeing the original deck in my brain where it's like the Magician has all the tools laid out on the table. You can use it all. You have all the inner resources needed to get where you want to go. And I'm seeing another card from my other deck. It's called the Magic Guardian. It's from Angels and Ancestors Oracle deck. It's right there on the thing. You are the magic. Like, I cannot emphasize more that what it is you hold within your brain, your intellect, the thoughts you have, the ideas you have to bring into this world, that is magic. That is literally magic in itself. The downloads you receive, whether it's, again, I'm coming back to this writing, right? The creativity, you might want to be a director, or you want to pursue a creative something, you're creating, I don't know, whatever it is you want to create. Crocheting is coming to mind. It doesn't matter what it is. These ideas are like channels as well. Like if you're getting an idea and an idea sparked in your brain, those are downloads from the divine. Do not underestimate your creative potential, you know, because these are gifts given to you and you only, because they trust you, right? The divine trusts that your powers, your inner resources, the tools you hold within yourself are so powerful. They trust you with those ideas, right? Okay. Very beautiful energy. I'm just so excited for you. And you could definitely resonate with psychic mediumship or psychology. Like, I don't know what it is. You might just have a very natural healing energy in general. Okay, now for the next position of the spread, we're going to look at I'm sorry, I'm just reading this. That which surrounds you. So the outside environment, the atmosphere, the emotional climate, physical and social milieu, setting for the situation, the playing field. I like that. So what's the playing field here? We know now you have these resources within you, but what's the playing field? Where are we utilizing these resources? Where's the collective utilizing these resources? Where is the collective utilizing these resources? What is the playing field here, Spirit? Okay, we have two cards coming out. It's the Six of Wands in reverse and the Nine of Swords in reverse. Okay, that's interesting energy, but I'm just gonna need a moment to think on it, because I feel like it has something to do with definitely like some sort of lack of recognition, but shifting your focus from that, because that might have, your lack of recognition might have given you the idea that you can't achieve what it is you want. You might need recognition for your career to be successful in some way, shape, or form. Like, you might need a degree, you might think you need a degree, or I don't know, playing field. So I want to kind of look into this and maybe get a clarifier, but let me just pause the video and let you guys know. Okay, so I also went to the toilet, and as I was sitting on the toilet, I heard Dark Night of the Soul. So coming back to the cards, what I'm really getting is that, like, there's a sense of, like, moving forward. Like, your playing field right now is like, you might have been through a Dark Night of the Soul recently. You might have had something happen to you, and then we're also coming back to, like, the Six of Swords in, like, the what you know position. You've been in rough waters, my friend. You have been through Dark Nights of the Soul before. You've had career situations that made you deeply reflect on who you are and what you actually want, right? And right now I feel like your external environment, there's like a lack of recognition, clearly, because it's the Six of Wands in reverse. And the playing field right now for you is to focus less on that, because there is not necessarily going to be a lot of external validation, but there is a sense of making like deep, like, emotional strides forward. So it's this card is in the reverse, right? So it's giving like you are mentally moving forward, might even quicker than you think. You are mentally making the strides, and others won't see that necessarily, right, in the 3D, because it's a mental plane that you're exploring, that's shifting 2922 on the timer. And I'm also seeing that the people, okay, so my video got cut off, and actually I got a call from one of my close loved ones, which is kind of like confirmation that tells me, like, what I was gonna say was the people closest to you obviously do see that. They do see the emotional strides that you've made and the progress that you are making. And that's also kind of what I'm getting, is like what your focus is supposed to go towards a bit more. Like, stop focus on like the bigger external validation and see how your essence helps the people closest to you and how you are a guiding light to your closest loved ones, because that is essentially the most important thing for you as well. Like, that is the energy that you want to embody. So don't deny that, or don't like forget that that is very much a thing. And that is exactly what your focus is shifting towards. It's like you're learning to validate yourself. And that thing that you just heard, that's a raven on my roof. 111 on my timer again. That's a raven. So ravens could be currently significant to you. They have certainly been for me, so you might resonate with that, or there might be animal guides around you. Anyways, the thing that I'm getting is you're going through this exhausted recovery, right? Because you might have had disappointment after disappointment where you're not getting validated, you're not getting the external reward that you're looking for, but it is so important for you to kind of see that the playing field for you right now and how you can evolve in your career, how you can utilize your inner resources and grow to become that person that you want to be, is by focusing more on your personal mental health. And by doing that, you will get the career progress that you eventually want. But again, I'm going to mention that this is the crossing. It is a slow energy. This is calling for dedication, you know, and I know what you're thinking. I have been dedicated. But this is about you, you know, working through that mental resentment, you know. I think that that is also definitely a big aspect of the playing field. Like, if you want to be on this playing field, if you want to achieve these things, you have to like cleanse yourself from the resentment and see the beauty in what it is you're trying to do here. Because your goal essentially is very beautiful, right? You're shifting your focus from the material abundance. You're focusing more on the love you want to give to that community, to your workers, to whatever it is that is around your career. And you generally are focusing on the aspect of helping people. And I generally think for the people in this collective, their career does generally have something to do with helping people, whether that's through psychology, an art form, psychic mediumship, whatever it is. Your bigger goal is to help the world, to help people. And I'm hearing the song Heal the World by Michael Jackson. So that will be the channeled song linked in the bio. Okay. 343 on my timer. Let's go to the next position in the spread. And I really hope my phone is not gonna die. I don't even know how much I have left, but we'll see. Let me actually pause and check. Okay, I have more than enough. Ugh. So the next position in the cross is how best to proceed. How best to proceed. I think that's like a helpful suggestion, it says here. So what do your spirit guides have to say for the collective as a helpful suggestion at this moment in time? Give us the truth and nothing but the truth. What is the helpful suggestion? The truth of the matter, right? How can you make a change? Let's see. What is I always like to say a gentle next step. Let's see. Okay. So we have the Seven of Swords in reverse. Interesting. Now, this card is definitely giving imposter, right? And I even got that a little bit in the other two cards. It's working through your imposter syndrome, because there could be a genuine fear that the collective is having about showing up, whether that's in an online space, in your community, or being authentically you without thinking too much about how people will perceive you. There's an imposter in your head that Spirit is saying, get rid of it. Get rid of it. Because they want you to tap into this, like, you have this beautiful energy that you can tap into, but there are still these limiting beliefs, there are still these limiting factors that scare you, right? That is definitely the material aspect as well, right? But that is all of that gunk in your head about money and like, how am I going to provide for the people I love, and like, how am I going to do this if I don't get the recognition I need for the job that I want to do? Whatever way, however that resonates, it's an imposter speaking to you, telling you that it won't work out. You need to start trusting that is an approach that genuinely needs to change, because you're blocking your manifestations in that way. You cannot continue to approach things with this careful, almost frightened energy of like, okay, I guess I'm just gonna try this and I really hope it works out. Or it could even come in the form of like constantly checking your stats. Stop doing that. That is definitely for someone out there. It's like, stop checking the numbers. Stop looking if you've got the engagement, or stop looking if, because it won't matter. It doesn't matter right now. It's more about the mental energy, about you finding fulfillment in what it is you do. And that, it should be your guideline, because as long as you're fulfilled in what you're doing, the blessings will come automatically. Like, that is just a spiritual fucking rule, because you're pursuing your passion. So as long as you trust that, all you really have to do is cut loose of the vibration of fear and resentment and loss and this scared energy. If you cut loose of that, you create space for then just sit in that beautiful, abundant energy of passion, and your blessings will come through. I'm repeating myself, but I hope that I'm kind of getting through to you here, because it's so important that we stop thinking we're not good enough, or that, oh, because we're not recognized, it must mean that I don't have the necessary skills yet. It must mean that I am not good enough. Rebuke it. Get rid of that mindset. Meditate on it. See the beauty in yourself. See the magic you hold, and hold on to that, because it will get you places. Now, for the last part, we are going to look at required, what you may accomplish. So we're going to see the most likely result of you shifting your focus in your career like this, right? If you shift your focus from the material aspect and start focusing more on the mental recovery, the mental healing, because that's kind of the whole energy of the spread. 911 on the timer. It's about leaving behind an old narrative. That's what I just heard. Leaving behind an old narrative and stepping into a complete new beginning for yourself, right? What is going to be the result of that? Spirit, angels, ancestors, and guides, give us the truth and nothing but the truth for the collective. The Hanged Man. Okay, it's giving surrender to the unknown. Honestly, I know that's not what you want to hear right now, but it's giving surrender to the unknown. It's giving the outcome does not matter here. And I know that's not what you want to hear, and you might have already heard it a million times before, and that's also why Spirit is saying, just stop thinking about the outcome, because you've probably watched millions of readings explaining to you how you will be abundant and you will get the recognition and whatever, but that is exactly what you need to stop focusing on. right? That's exactly where Spirit is like, can you stop? Can you relax? Can you surrender to what it is you're doing? Can you focus on your internal environment and stop focusing on the external validation? I will check it in the deck as well, in the thing. The Sleeping Beauty. It's giving, you could get the results you want by just being you authentically. Like you'll sleep to your success, basically. If you just continue to focus on healing yourself and connecting with a positive vibration. 1 1 1 1 1 1 1. Like that's what it's giving, guys. The Hanged Man seizes forward movement to avoid disaster and instead favors reflection. Sleeping Beauty is a symbol of status. Let me grab it for you just to show you guys. With the options of sleep or death, she chooses to wait for more favorable conditions. 1144 on my timer. Suspension, restriction, sacrifice, readjustment, improvement. So this is about you accepting your faith, okay? Whether you like it or not, you're shifting your vibes. You're shifting your way of operating so drastically that all you can do is surrender to that kind of energy. Like all you can do is surrender to having to recover. Like you can try as hard as you want to continue to push forward in action. And I'm seeing a lot of angel numbers right now. 1222 as well. Like you can continue to try and push forward, but you resting, sleeping, taking care of your mental health is the most alignment you can get in this moment in time. And that is literally all you can do for you to like pursue your career right now. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Now, I'll show you guys the spread. I'll flip around the thing and show you guys, and then I might get a few last confirmation oracles to wrap it up. Okay, so I'm just kind of going to show you like this. I hope you can see it. This is what the spread looks like. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Let's get some last clarifiers. Okay, so I'm going to pull some clarifiers from this deck, but first I want to cleanse it a little bit, just so you guys can see. I really hoped you guys enjoyed being with me throughout this long reading. It was a long reading. If you're still here, I really, really appreciate you. Even if you're a silent watcher and you're just like watching this in your own time, in your own space, whatever you're doing, I really appreciate you. And I really hope this resonated and that it gave you some clarity or it motivated you to keep doing what you're doing. So I'm using the Energy Oracle cards made by Sandra and Taylor for a last final conclusion message type stuff. The final conclusion of this big spread, of this big reading. The final conclusion of this big energy spirit. Okay. Happy family. In reverse or upright. Spirit, angels, ancestors, and guides. Give me the truth and nothing but the truth. Is this upright or reverse? No, this is a reversal. Okay. Yeah. You're healing your sense of fulfillment. That's the message. You are healing your sense of fulfillment. What it is you get your fulfillment from. You're reconnecting with what actually makes you happy. And you are divinely supported in that. So whatever, like the whole thing that we just talked about, whatever it is that makes you most fulfilled, you're starting to heal and reconnect with that. I think that is really just the message here. I'll have a little look, just in case. Yeah, it could even be that you are quite literally shifting your focus in healing the dynamic with your family. You might have been distant from your family, and you can see that those people might have been big parts of what your limiting beliefs are, but since you've changed so much over the course of time and you have such a different mental energy right now, you might be getting to know your family again. You might be, or this could be, you know, even certain aspects of yourself that you're rediscovering or reintroducing yourself to, if that makes any sense. You're healing those parts of yourself, which is very important. Now, I have a little affirmation for you as a last note. You can say this out loud after I say it, or you can write it down, or the next time you light a candle, say it, because that always helps. I open myself to a new and deeper experience of family, and I am ready to see greater happiness there. I know that I am the loving family that I need. You are your home. 1717 as I say that. Beautiful. I could not wrap this up more nicely. If you're still here, I love you so much, and I wish you the best of luck in your journey, and I wish you all the prosperity and good health that you need, and I hope you get to rest. And yeah, I'm excited for you to surrender to this new you. Okay, thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next one.